They used to give money for a cigarette lighter now. Okay, you put it in that cigarette lighter, and it has a memory inside with all the Quran in it. And what do? You just channel your FM station on that empty channel, and it will transmit the Quran. By the way, I found out if a car is driving next to you, which is 30 feet, they will listen to the same channel also. But imagine, this is the basic of what? Radio. Hello? Radio station. That's what we need to do. I asked the brothers, for example, I said, now we're doing research in Dallas. We have so many rooms in the masjid here. We can designate one room for a radio station and put the antenna. You get the permit from the local government or what have you, and you can start that an Islamic channel, something to produce something about people they can listen to. When you go to work in the morning, you open at 7 o'clock, mashallah, you listen to the Quran, you listen to some hadith, and you listen to this and that. People call sometimes for their problem. They have channel, consulting channels, and other people listen, and you enhance the situation of the ummah. Number 8, the belonging. That to feel that you belong. Some people come and they say, I'm new in this community. Because usually I'm giving the khutbah, and people always come to me, they ask me all these questions. Say, I'm here for the past 2 years. Not a single person said, Salaam alaikum. They just walk by, and I said, well, subhanAllah, people sometimes busy and all that. He said, yeah, but not for 2 years. I said, you need to come to the Imam. You are new in this community. Come to the Imam. Assalamu alaikum, Imam, who are you? I would like to introduce myself to the community. And the Imam will stand and says, please, ya akhwana, welcome this brother, just came from New Jersey, he moved here, and this and that. He will now start knowing you. Why not? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. We are a minority here. We need to know each other. We need to know one another. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what feeling belonging. They said, no, I don't want to do this. Why should I do this? Go to the mihrab and people can start me asking questions. Are you married? Do you have children? Do you work? And all that, all these personal questions. I want to get involved in this. Then why you call yourself from Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What do I know? What do I know about this brother Salih, for example, or brother Noor? Or I just met them today, for example. But subhanAllah, we sat and we talked for a couple of hours as if we know them for a long time. What does it take? Communication. After belonging is what? Communication. We need to establish that communication. Number 9, persistence. Persistence. Insist on working for this deen, strong ability, having high spirit, no negativity. Like Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he was a young man with a lot of money in his hand. Banu Umayyah, he was so rich. And he said, I had an ambition to marry the daughter of the Khalifa, and I did. And I had the ambition to be the head of the government, and I was. And I had the ambition to be the Khalifa, and I was, because he came and he started changing things for the better. And then he said, وَمَا لِيَ الْآنَ إِلَّا نَفْسٌ تَوَّاقَةٌ لِلْجَنَّةِ. He said, now I have an ambition for Jannah. Look at the ambition after one, after another. Why? Because that's the way it is. Do you remember the story of the 3 men with donkeys? That happened truly. It was mentioned in the, I think, Kitab Ibn Abd Andalusi, I think, was mentioned in that book. These 3 were living in Andalusia, Spain now. Okay, they were donkey men. You know what they do? They go out and they carry things for people. You have water, you have something you want to carry, we'll carry it for you, we'll give you money. They were sitting and they were talking. They said, what do you want to be? He said, no, I don't want to be anything, man. Donkey is fine with me. And the other one, he said, what do you want to be? He said, no, I'll pass. And the third one, he said, I want to be the Khalifa. They started laughing at him. They said, Khalifa. You're a donkey, man. You'll be a Khalifa? He said, I want to be the Khalifa one day. And truly, he became the Amir of Cordoba. At that time, which we call it Cordoba now. Okay? And he said, you know what? If you become, the Khalifa, I will let you whip me from here to that, And the other one, he said, I will let you ride, me riding the donkey backward, this and that. And this man became the Amir, and he brought those two. He said, do you remember when we talked about? Yalla, come here. Persistence for this deen. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the success. The last one is to steadfast. Yeah, the wind is high. And the tornadoes are a lot. And people fall. But I like what the person was saying. He said, when you fall, what happens is your face is looking up. So always look up. When you fall, you're going to get up again. You look up. When you fall, you're back. But what do? You get up. Rasulullah have felt so many times in his life, in the da'wah. But at the same time, did he give up? No. He steadfast right there, and then always keep the goal in front of you. What is my goal? I will go for it. Love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and know that He's the one who always brings benefits and no one else. No one else. وَاعْلَمْ أن الأمة لو اجتمعت على أن ينفعوك بشيء لم ينفعوك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله لك. Know that if the whole ummah gathered to help you and benefit you, they would not benefit you, but what Allah has given you. And the vice versa. Number 3, you are the best of His creation. خلقنا الإنسان لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم. أحسن تقويم. The best creation. Always think about yourself like that. Never think of yourself second or the third or the fourth class or that. No, he said, I am, inshallah, the best with my iman, with my taqwa. I'm not trying to brag about myself and be arrogant. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But always feel that you are the best. Because if you don't, then who are you? What are you? And last one is, have that energy with no limits. Like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I finalize with this story. Just give me 1 minute, inshallah. Al-Ash'ath ibn Qais. Al-Ash'ath ibn Qais was during the time of the Prophet ﷺ when he just started Islam. He was him, Abu Bakr, and Ali radiallahu anhu. So he had a business with Al-Abbas, the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ. And he saw the Prophet ﷺ leaving the house with his wife and Ali radiallahu anhu, and they were praying. فالأشعث told Al-Abbas, he said, من هذا? Who's this person? He said, this is my nephew Muhammad. He said, what are they doing? He said, they are praying. He said, I don't see any gods they're praying to. He said, well, he is praying to his God. أَأُكَلِّمُهُ لَكَ? You want me to talk to him? So he can talk to you? He said, no. Let's not disturb things, Let's go back to our dealing and wheeling and leave things alone. It took Al-Ash'ath ibn Qais 23 years to become a Muslim. He came in Fath Makkah to shake the hand of Rasulullah and give bay'ah. And he was crying. قال ما يبكيك يا أشعث? Why are you crying? أهي الجاهلية? Is it because of the ignorance time? فإن الإسلام يجب ما قبل الإسلام. We'll cover that. خلاص, you become a Muslim. He said, لا يا رسول الله. It is not that. He said, what is it then? He said, كدت أن أكون ثالث ثلاثة. He said, I was about to become the third of Islam. I had the chance right there for me to go and say, I am a believer, I will be the third. فما فعلت. But I did not do it. I failed. And then he left and he said, ليتني فعلت. ليتني فعلت. I wish I have done it. So don't be in that situation when you go and you say, I wish I have done that. So you're blaming yourself. As they say, do you want to be a chicken or you want to be an eagle? This farmer who found an egg laying in the farm area, he said, oh, these stupid chickens, they lay their eggs and they leave. So he took that egg and he put it under one of the chickens. And it hatched, of course, but that animal was different from the chickens. It was a small eagle. And that small eagle, every day he goes out and he looks in the sky and he sees. Have you seen an eagle walking on the earth? On the ground? Go to YouTube, just type eagle walking or eagle. They don't know how to walk. Have you seen them? They don't know how to walk. They walk like that. But the chicken, can you catch a chicken if it's running on the ground? You can't. But the eagle, when it flies, it sees everything in top. So that young, eagle starts, flipping his wings. He wants to fly, and the chicken, the mother says, "You stupid! What are you doing? You cannot fly." Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your mom. Okay, now people be careful. I'm be careful with that. So then he starts flipping his wings, and one day he flew. He did. So people say, like in the end, they say, you want to be a chicken or you want to be an eagle? You can fly and you see things better. The vision is much better when you see things. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us from what we learn and give us the ability to do and act upon what we have learned. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enlighten our hearts and our mind and make us among those who listen and obey and do better in their life. Ameen, ameen. Akhiru da'wana, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.